Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. To you, Kaimi Fairbairn, getting this one started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Warren. Oh, the ball's out. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, #2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On 2nd down, Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Rodgers. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4, and now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
Here's Warren. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Texans nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
They'll run it, and it's the USC man, Woody Marks. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On second down, a run with Marks. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down. So we are through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Marks. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. On second down, Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And he'll take this one in. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Houston.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Rodgers to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. It'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And they'll take this to about the 46-yard line. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Warren. And And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play. That's a Steeler first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession, using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Now Warren. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It's 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Steeler first down.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 17.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll get forward, give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here's Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive. It's important.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Rodgers going up top again. That one, take it in. Calvin Austin, touchdown Steelers.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Texans offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball what they say. Sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. Oh, a loose football. One of the Steelers has it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Kirk is the motion man. This time they stay on the ground. And they're not going to even sniff the first down line there. They'll get 5 yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Calvin Austin. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
They face second down and 7. To throw is Rodgers. Metcalf left side, he's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
17-yard.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W.
Chris Boswell.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Kirk is the motion man. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rough right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. Now, screen set up for Marks. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
22 yards. And the Texans first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the right side, and Kirk's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. To throw is Stroud. This is up. He got the connection to Collins. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down for Houston.
Another Texans first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Back to throw, Stroud. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now, Stroud. Ball incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers. Get this complete. It's feeling over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's good.
They get 12 yards on that pass. That's a Steeler 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
The master of play action, Rodgers. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and good. And the Steelers are out to a 21-10 lead.
Texans 10.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Going to set up to throw. And He'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Marks. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Right back to Marks on first down. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Second down throw for Stroud. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Third and 2. Here we go. Here's Stroud. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's taken in. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
Here's Stroud. And he will go down. Doesn't even get a throw on. Try for 2 is unsuccessful.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Johnson now to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A first down throw from Rodgers. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And now the defense defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
6-yard line.
Rodgers on first down. They drop this down to Warren. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. First and 10. On the handoff, this is Warren. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They run with Warren. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's a run with their tight end. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, getting the job done on 4th. And now it's 1st and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Zarico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the 3 rivers in Pittsburgh.